go, Andy, go, Andy, go, Andy, go, Andy, go. Yay!
Hey y'all, what's up? I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these kind of long form videos, but I kind of been thinking about what I want to do and how I want to do things moving forward. Still thinking about certain things, but I did want to do this video. It's been in my mind for a little bit. Also, because it's Black History Month, it's another reason why I want to do this particular video. To kind of start off, growing up, I was a dinosaur kid. Like, I love dinosaurs. Every single thing about dinosaurs. Um, I had toys, stuffed animals. My mom used to make dinosaur pancakes and dinosaur cupcakes. She would take them to school. She would take them to my soccer games. Like, I was dinosaured out. Like, I loved movies. Land Before Time was one of my favorite movies ever for a while. Everything about that movie. Like, I watched that movie so many times over and over and over again as a young boy. And I also, there was a VHS tape. There was this guy. I can picture him, but I can't think of what the name of the tape is. But he was a white guy, and he would go around to these different museums, these different dinosaur digs, and he would talk about dinosaurs. And another thing is, I don't remember watching a full episode when I was younger. I don't remember the theme song, but Denver the Last Dinosaur. Like, for a while, I thought it was a Mandela effect because I didn't remember anything about it. So I was like, was this like really a thing? But yes, it was. But I only remember the theme song for Denver the Last Dinosaur. But I did watch an episode not too long ago. I tried to watch an episode. I loved the dinosaurs on I think it was TGIF they came on. But yeah, on ABC, that was one of my favorite shows. I was a dinosaur kid, like through and through, like everything. Oh, and when Jurassic Park came out, that was like mind blowing to me to see that. Now, as a father, I am kind of seeing my son. My son is a dinosaur kid. He's dinosaur. He's just as dinosaur crazy as me, if not more so. He watches Paw Patrol. He watches Dino Dana, Dino Dan. He watches Topsy. I went home and I took him to Fernbank. And as soon as he saw the dinosaurs on the outside of the museum, it was like magic to him. It was like, so I think he was kind of dinosaur interested, but when we took him to Fernbank, that's when it kind of like exploded. Like, that's when he really went dinosaur crazy. So he got to see the dinosaurs outside of Fernbank. He got to see some of the dinosaurs inside of Fernbank. Fernbank was another big thing for me too. Just kind of like, that museum was important to me because again, I was so dinosaur crazy and dinosaur interested. Actually, I had a birthday party at Fernbank one time, and it was just, again, it was great because as a kid who likes dinosaurs, you get to see the skeleton, you get to see the life size models, and Fernbank actually has some pretty decent life size models, and they have a really good. They've always had a really great dinosaur skeleton inside the museum. But yeah, that was good. And so, what my son being so dinosaur crazy got me thinking about something because as a young man and as a boy, I was telling everybody that I wanted to be a paleontologist when I grew up. Like, that's all I would say. Whenever it was like, "What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do as a career?" I would always say paleontologist because I love dinosaurs. I wanted to study dinosaurs. Like, if I could do anything dinosaur regarded, like, I would have done that. That didn't pan out, so I was an anthropology minor in college. So that was kind of the little close, but I never truly got into the paleontology side. And so the thing I wonder is with my son, and I would never shoehorn him into that. And he could grow out of this phase completely, and that'd be perfectly fine. But I also wonder if for him and myself, I would have leaned more towards it, and if he will lean more towards it, if he sees more representation, because I think it's great that he can watch Dinosaur Dana, Dinosaur Dan, Topsy, the Dinosaur Paw Patrol, and all this stuff. He can look up to a paleontologist, paleobotanist, anything, whoever. But I wonder if he saw more representation of people who look like him in that field, if he would be more willing to do it. If I had seen more people that look like myself, if I had been more willing to do it, because you can look up to whoever you want. I think that's perfectly fine. But I think once you see people who look like you, it becomes more tangible. And because again, and I'm not saying this is always the case, but we see young black people often look up to entrepreneurs, they look up to musicians, they look up to athletes, they look up to actors and entertainers because that's what they see. So those things are tangible to them because they see that. I looked up African American paleontologists, and I really only found like maybe 4 or 5 examples. If anybody has any other examples, I would love to hear them. I saw some African, and I think that's fine too. If I was to see if my son sees people that look like him and represent him, if he is going to be more willing to lean into that. Because again, it becomes tangible once you see someone who looks like you. Some of the people that I saw was there was a Louis Parnell is one of them. He was probably the most famous one that I saw was Louis Parnell, and then I saw there's some younger people. So I saw an Evan Johnson, and I saw Cameron Muskelly. I believe that's how you pronounce Cameron's name. There isn't really a wide range of African American black paleontologists, whether they're young, old, because Louis Purnell is claimed to be the first black or African American paleontologist. He was a geologist as well. He was a Tuskegee Airman. I believe he was a curator at the Smithsonian Museum in 1980. So he is probably the most well-known paleontologist. I think it'd be amazing and it'd be awesome. And for him, my son, to see people that look like him doing what he may want to do. And again, he may fall out of this dinosaur phase. He may go into a Ninja Turtle phase. I fell into a Ninja Turtle phase. He may go into a Blippi phase. He watches a lot of Blippi. So it could be a lot of different things that he could go in and out of this phase and become something different. But again, I think it's important for him to see things that look like him because it becomes more tangible to me. But yeah, I really do hope that, I can see I would love to see more African American paleontologists. And again, I think it's one of those things where it's also paleontology is one of those interesting things. So I wonder if there would be a conversation, and this may be something an aside, but I wonder there is if the religious belief and the history of black people is what possibly caused a lot of people to shy away from being paleontologists early. Because again, you see very few older black paleontologists, and you see minimal younger black paleontologists. Another paleontologist that I saw is Dr. Lisa White. And again, so the other thing, like I said, I think it's cool to see that he likes Dino Dana and Dino Dan and that kind of, and even Blippi. There's this Blippi video that he likes, but I think it would be cool to see some representation as far as YouTube with people going to dinosaur museums. Again, it would be cool to see it. If anybody knows of any black paleontologists or black people who are kind of showing dinosaurs, showing love to dinosaurs on YouTube or just anywhere. Oh, there's a guy named Jimgary who was making dinosaurs, basically almost like dinosaur skeleton out of car parts. So I thought that was really cool. If you know anybody, um, feel free to let me know. I would love to check out their YouTube videos. I would love to have my son see their YouTube videos. And again, he may not even gravitate towards it because he's used to Blippi and Dino Dana and all these other things. But still, my belief is that if he sees someone who looks like him doing something that he loves to do, talking about something that he loves, I think it becomes more tangible for him, and it could become a long-term goal of his to be a paleontologist, and it may become more realistic. Because myself growing up, I think I don't think it was 100% the reason, But I think maybe I fell out of it and I didn't kind of stay on the track of paleontologist because I didn't see anybody who looked like me. I didn't see anybody who was me. As a young black man, it was just very rare. And as much as I love Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park is cool, Dr. Alangrant doesn't look like me. So yeah, I think that would be cool to see. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to try to do some more long form videos. I've been kind of focusing on the short ones. I'm gonna, focus on the short ones a little bit more, but gonna do some more long form videos. And yeah, Black History Month. Wanted to have a small discussion, a very small discussion. There aren't too many Black and African American paleontologists out there, so unfortunately, there isn't a lot to talk about. But if you know, if you feel free to reference anything, send anything my way, and I'd be more than happy to hear about it. Hope you guys continue to have a great one. Hope you guys are having an awesome 2023 so far. And yeah.